What's going on, everybody? It's Adam. Welcoming you back to the weekly training recap. This week, we are continuing the War of Art series, where we discuss how resistance is keeping you from reaching your goals and pursuing your passion. For today's lesson, let's turn to page 14 in the War of Art from Stephen Pressfield. Today's lesson is titled, Resistance Never Sleeps. Henry Fonda was still throwing up before each stage performance, even when he was 75. In other words, fear doesn't go away. The warrior and the artist live by the same code of necessity, which dictates that the battle must be fought anew every day. You're going to go through periods of time in your life, whether it's exercise, diet, you're pursuing that business you've always wanted to start, where things are going great, you're overcoming resistance, you're beating that voice in your head that's telling you this isn't going to work or you shouldn't do it, and you're going to be super motivated. But then all of a sudden, one day, some life stress happens, whether it could be job, family, spouse, and all of a sudden you're not motivated anymore. That voice in your head starting to win and you're ready to quit. So you have to fight that battle anew every day, no matter, whether it's waking up and journaling, writing down what you want to accomplish for the day. There's a lot of ways to go about it. But the fact of the matter is you got to stay consistent, to put it in mind. That's how you're going to progress and that's how you're going to be successful. In terms of, weightlifting, like for me, for powerlifting, somebody can write the best program for me out there, the best exercises, but if I don't follow it, I'm not going to progress. I'm not going to achieve my goals of what I want to achieve if I don't follow it. You have to fight that battle every single day. You're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, but you need to be conscious of that. You need to find a way to think about it and try to win every single day. Before we get to these training videos, I'm going to leave you with a great quote from Kurt Russell in Tombstone, where he said, "Are you going to do something or just stand there and bleed?" Let's get to these videos. All right, here we go. Getting it started off on Monday. Some low bar back squats. I like to start the week off with my lower body because I'm rested from the weekend. I'm feeling pretty fresh, and I like to hit it hard with those squats and deadlifts. And also because of the way my training's set up, I like to have upper body day on Fridays. It's not as taxing, getting ready for the weekend. See Jason right here getting it done in the Army combat pants. Squats moving pretty well right now for both of us. Deadlifts were moving really well. I mentioned it last week that the weight started moving really well. I felt like a lot more aggressive with these lifts today, as you can see. And Jason getting it done now. Still pretty light for you. I think we're at 295 today for reps, like a 3x4. 3x4. Last week we were doing 3 sets. We upped it to 4 sets, sorry.
Bam.
I'll leave some of the value so you can hear some of the dialogue between Jason and I.
Single leg work.
Get some unilateral work in. I like that.
Step
some single leg stuff. Just trying to get creative in the garage, as you can see.
Up to the bar.
Doing some weighted step ups with that 30-pound slam ball. Got the American flag right there waving for freedom. Left leg, that was a little tough. Moving on to Tuesday, get into the competition bench. Another set. Another day of 3x8 right here. So staying in that hypertrophy range. I think this was at 180. It was moving pretty well. I'd say RPE was probably close to like an 8 by the end of the third set. Jason with that close grip, trying to focus on the that inner chest. Mainly because the Army's physical fitness test, they have to do a close grip push-up. So he's trying to simulate that to the best of his ability. But weights moving pretty good. Pull-ups, we keep rocking with these right now. Just trying to do like a max set on that max reps on that first set. And then we've been getting them in throughout the rest of the workout. So we'll go knock out 3 here, 4 there, and just try to really get a nice total. Try to beat our total from last week. I'm still working to get some more in on the weekends, but we're keeping these in on our first upper body day.
Nice.
Starting to see some results. Last were super sore after this. We're gonna keep the cleans in. I had seal rows program from my coach, but I don't really have a way to elevate my bench right in my garage, and also the type of bench it is, it really wouldn't work. That barbell would be hitting that angled iron on the bench. So we're just gonna keep the cleans in there, keep that explosive movement going to get some more back and shoulder work right now. Jason going from the floor. Right now, I get some shoulder work in. So I saw this on the Prehab Guys Facebook page. Just a way to kind of work some core also, along with some shoulders, since we have a light dumbbell, it's only 25 pounds. But we can still get some work in being in that split stance. All right, moving on to our variation day, our lower body variation day on Thursday. Front squats right now. These were, we go 3x6 right here, up to about 210 pounds. RPE reaching probably 8.5, maybe overreached a little bit on the RPE, but still moving pretty well considering where I started on these a few weeks ago. Yeah, no problem here for Jason. And then snatch grip deadlift here. And this will be our last week doing snatch grip deadlifts. It's Friday right now as I'm filming. We just completed another week of training. And we have a different variation for the deadlift coming up for next week's video that I think you guys will like. Jason with some touch and go reps. More of a CrossFit style deadlifter right there. Nothing wrong with that. And then getting these banded sissy squats in with so that band is pretty heavy, so it's kind of hard to feel that in the quads. We really had to up the reps to feel it, but I got some new bands in, some lighter resistance bands in, and those felt a lot better this week. And then so using that slam ball again, just get a little extra quad work in here with these goblet squats. Really just trying to get some work in. All right, so moving on to Red Friday, our last day of the training week. Some close grip bench. You see weights moving pretty good for me right there. 3x6 again. Like I said, that was the last week where we're doing 3 sets. We upped our main movements up to 4 reps this week. Pendlay rows right here. That's really happy with the way these are moving for both Jason and I. I think this is at like 100 and maybe 115. On this day, and then we bumped that up this week. But yeah, those are moving pretty well. It's like a 3x5. Keeping the push-ups in. I'm liking these for some extra tricep work. Keeping that grip in nice and tight. A little bit extra chest work, some tricep work, and some shoulders. And then we've closed out the week of training with some curls. Nebraska opened up the salon, so we're like, hey, let's get some curls in. And it's just a great way to finish up the week. See Jason and I laughing right here, but that's it for the week. Another hit 4 days, super consistent. Really happy with how that felt this week. And we're just gonna keep on moving. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I'll see you next week.
I just work a 9 to 5, building up these stacks. I'll be working on the block